So you want to know about Queen's Quest, huh? Well, here you go. Queen's Quest are a bunch of like-minded wrestling robots who wish to push Stardom to be the best wrestling ring in the world. They are militaristic, often resembling a militia more than a wrestling faction. With the average age of the signed members being only 19.5 years old, these are a bunch of very young people trying to run things. While their public leader is Momo Watanabe, their true leader is the 17-year-old Azumi. They started when Io Shirai wanted to turn evil and corrupt a bunch of kids. Betraying everyone that loved them, they turned their back on their friends and laughed maniacally. In short, Queen's Quest, in the beginning, were a bunch of jerks who enjoyed kicking people while they were down. Not much has changed, but we like them now, so it's okay. Over the years, they didn't have a huge roster list, but they had very strong, talented people. It's no coincidence that each year in the draft, the only team, pretty much, that gets people stolen from them is Queen's Quest. Just because they are kids doesn't mean they should be taken lightly, though. In the beginning, Queen's Quest was Io Shirai, Hazuki, and Momo Watanabe. After Momo's injury, Azumi requested to join, becoming one of the more important members of the faction, even to this day. They have had a number of other people over the years, including Viper, Konami, and Chardonnay. Technically, Chardonnay and Viper are still members of Queen's Quest, but we haven't heard a single thing from Chardonnay in forever, and Viper returning is up in the air since she is signed with the WWE. Starting off with the youngest and newest member of Queen's Quest, Hina. Before being drafted to Queen's Quest in the 2019 draft, she was the most unnoticeable and weak-willed of the three sisters. Since being drafted, she has really improved and stepped into her own, flexing on her sister with her cool new outfit, while her sister runs around in hand-me-downs. Next on the ladder is Leo Onozaki, also the other new person who was drafted in the 2019 draft. Before the draft, she was a lost cause, who seemed like she was going to forever be a nothing wrestler. Since joining the faction, she has apparently been drinking the Queen's Quest Kool-Aid, because she has improved tremendously. Also, one of the only strikers on the roster who doesn't use kicks. So she has that going for her, which is pretty nice. Queen's Quest true leader Azumi is next. Being the best wrestler on the team only at the age of 17, and also the most experienced wrestler in the faction, gives her word more weight than everyone else's. She is a high-speed machine, and so amazing that the leader of Odo Tai is obsessed with her, to creepy levels. Don't worry about her dipping out after graduation though. This is her career choice. For example, she specifically chose a school that would allow her to skip the second half of the day so she could go train with the rest of the QQ members. Utami Hayashishita is the only one in the group who was recruited naturally after the original members. She is Stardom's big rookie, coming in and smashing the competition. She is Queen's Quest power wrestler and also their celebrity. Before joining Stardom, she was somewhat of a celebrity because of her family appearing on a well-loved reality show in Japan. She is still relatively new to wrestling, so expect her to get better and better, as long as she stops breaking her fingers. Queen's Quest regular foreigner Bea Priestley, loving Stardom in Japan so much, she moved to Japan and signed a full-time contract with Stardom. Some might recognize her from her time in AEW, where she is a part-timer there. Originally being an enemy of Queen's Quest and having a terrible first run in Stardom, she has worked her way into the good graces of the fans, becoming one of the top people in the promotion and being one of the few foreigners who have held Stardom's main title. Last but not least, Momo Watanabe, Queen's Quest figurehead and ace of Stardom. Being only 19 years old, she has already had a year-long title run with the white belt that many call legendary. She was thrown into the position of putting Stardom on her shoulders after Io left, and she pretty much did it with ease. With some bumps along the way, she has paved herself a road to the top of the promotion, beating people up and humiliating them afterwards, with no signs of stopping. So there you go, a quick guide to Queen's Quest. If you want a more in-depth video on them, I have a history of Queen's Quest video that will give you much more detail than this one at the end of this video. I'm ending this video with a stupid video as well. Please enjoy a representation of Queen's Quest being formed.